The top 1% have failed more times than you have even tried. And yet, they are the ones with generational wealth, while you are still playing it safe and staying broke. More rejected proposals, more bankrupt businesses, more humiliating losses, and more public failures. And yet, they are the ones with generational wealth, while you are still playing it safe and staying broke. Here is what separates the top 1% from the poor. It is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is an energy frequency. Some people are born into rabbit energy. Rabbits are prey animals. Their entire nervous system is wired for survival. Avoid danger. Stay hidden. Do not take risks. Play small and live long. Rabbit energy says, what if I fail? Other people are born into or develop eagle energy. Eagles are apex predators. Their entire system is wired for dominance. Spot the opportunity. Dive toward it. Risk the fall. Win big and build a legacy. Eagle energy says, what if I succeed? Same world. Same opportunities. Completely different operating system. The poor were conditioned into rabbit energy. Your parents said, get good grades so you can get a safe job. Translation, survive, do not thrive. Your teachers said, follow the rules and you will be fine. Translation, conform, do not create. The rich were conditioned into eagle energy. Their parents said, build something valuable. Their mentors said, fail fast and learn faster. One group was taught to avoid failure. The other was taught to weaponize it. So, why do the top 1% fail more? There are 3 reasons that change everything. Reason number 1. They operate at a higher volume. Here is the math the poor never learn. Success is a numbers game. The average person tries something once. It does not work, so they quit. They say, I tried, and it failed. But the top 1% try something 100 times. 95 do not work. 5 do. They keep those 5 and build empires. Same failure rate, different volume. Thomas Edison tested 10,000 materials before finding the right filament for the light bulb. He did not fail less than you. He failed 10,000 times more than you. Colonel Sanders was rejected by 1,000 restaurants before one said yes to his chicken recipe. He did not face less rejection. He faced more rejection than you will face in your entire life. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before one took a chance on Harry Potter. She did not experience less failure. She experienced more failure and kept going anyway. Rabbit energy tries once, fails, and hides. Eagle energy tries 1,000 times, fails 999 times, and builds $1 billion company on attempt number 1,000. The poor were taught, do not fail. The rich were taught, fail faster than everyone else. Reason number 2. They reframe failure as data, not defeat. The average person fails and thinks, I am not good enough. The top 1% fail and think, that strategy was not good enough. Let me optimize. It is not personal. It is scientific. Every failure is a test result. Every loss is information. Every rejection is just market feedback. Elon Musk watched 3 SpaceX rockets explode. The cost? $180 million. His response? Great. Now I know 3 ways rockets fail. Let us fix them. Jeff Bezos lost millions on the Fire phone. His response? Failure and invention are inseparable twins. Sara Blakely tried to sell fax machines door to door and got rejected constantly. His response? Each no brought me closer to a yes. Today, she is a billionaire from Spanx. They do not have thicker skin. They just have different software. Rabbit energy internalizes failure. I failed, therefore I am a failure. Eagle energy externalizes failure. That approach failed. I learned. Next, the poor were taught that failure reflects your worth. The rich were taught that failure refines your strategy. Reason number 3. They understand the energy pyramid. This is the secret most people never learn. There is an invisible energy hierarchy in the universe. At the bottom, you have rabbit energy, fear, scarcity, and survival. In the middle, wolf energy, competition, territory, and a pack mentality. And at the top, eagle energy, vision, abundance, and dominance. You are not stuck at your birth energy level. You can evolve, but evolution requires failure. Here's how it works. Every time you fail and quit, you reinforce rabbit energy. Your brain learns, risk equals pain. Stay safe. But every time you fail and continue, you build eagle energy. Your brain learns, failure is temporary. Success is inevitable if I persist. The top 1% have failed so many times that failure does not even register as a threat anymore. It registers as progress. Their nervous system has been reconditioned through pure repetition. They have literally failed their way to a higher energy frequency. The poor were taught to avoid situations where failure is possible. The rich were taught to seek situations where failure is guaranteed, because that is exactly where growth lives. Now, Here is the brutal truth about why most people cannot do this. Your education programmed you for rabbit energy. School punishes failure. You fail a test, you get an F. You fail a class, you repeat it. You fail enough, and you do not graduate. The system taught you that failure is terminal. But in the real world, failure is fertilizer. Every billionaire has a graveyard of failed businesses behind them. Every innovator has a museum of broken prototypes. Every champion has a highlight reel of devastating losses. They did not succeed because they never failed. They succeeded because they failed more than you and kept going anyway. But your brain was wired in a system that punished failure. So now, you are terrified of it. You would rather not try than risk the pain of losing. The top 1% had to deprogram this. They had to rewrite the operating system. They had to transform from prey to predator. And the only way to do that is through exposure therapy. Fail, survive, learn, repeat. Eventually, your nervous system stops freaking out and starts optimizing. So, here is your evolution assignment. Fail at something this week. On purpose. Try something you are not good at. Pitch something you might get rejected for. Launch something that might not work. Not to succeed, but to practice failing. Because every time you fail and do not die, you teach your brain. Failure isn't fatal. I can handle this. Do this enough times, and you will stop being a rabbit. You will stop hiding. You will stop playing safe. You will start hunting like an eagle. Ask yourself, what would I attempt if failure was not scary? Then, go fail at it. And watch your energy level rise. The top 1% fail more than you because they try more than you. They do not fear failure. They weaponize it. They do not avoid risk. They calculate it, and they take it anyway. Rabbit energy keeps you safe and broke. Eagle energy makes you dangerous and wealthy. You were not born into the wrong energy. You were conditioned into it. And conditioning can be reversed. The poor were taught to protect themselves from failure. The rich were taught to use failure as fuel. Stop playing not to lose. Start playing to win. If you are ready to evolve your energy, comment, I am done hiding. And if you are ready to join the top 1%, subscribe. Because we are building eagles here, not rabbits. Welcome to the top.